Hello, my name is Scott with an S. Welcome to Heaven's Mopars. I called my channel that because I like to restore classic cars, the old Mopars. And I also like to do some home improvement stuff. Today I want to talk about wood graining. It's something I've done in the past. I've worked on a hotel a long time ago, and the Davenport Hotel. In Spokane, Washington. Helped restore that, and I'd done a bunch of wood graining down there. And I wanted to do a little tutorial on how to do it. All you professionals out there, you can correct me in the comments below or give me tips. I'm all about learning because I don't ever want to have the attitude like I know it all. So I will show you what I've got going on. This is a base coat. Everything is painted. And so what you're going to do next is take your glaze. I'll show you how to mix that up. And then what you do is simply you put your glaze on. You can use a chip brush or something. You do your full panel, paint it. You do one panel at a time. And then what you do is you simply just wipe the glaze off, so to speak. And that creates the wood grain. And then you can work it a little and do what you want with it, and then you can go to the next panel and do it. What I have here is some, I went to Benjamin Moore. Well, this is a long time ago. This is their studio finish. It's an alkyd glaze, which is clear. And I don't know if they still have this or not. It's been years. Like I said, this can, I last wood grained probably in, gosh, about 12 or 13 years ago, I figured. And I'm actually reusing the same paint that I had back then, obviously. Don't use that part. Is take some oil paint and mix it in with this, and I'll show you what I use next. I call this my bag of tricks. In here I have different tools. These are for doing big, huge panels. These are like combs. They have different, if you can see those, teeth on them. Those are real fine. These are a little bigger with sharp edges. And this one is rounder. They just take off more glaze. These are like a wood grain comb, I guess you can call them. They're flexible, so that you can bend and twist them. And these are the actual ones I used on the hotel when I worked down there. There's different edges because there's different kinds of grains and styles and stuff like that. My dog Rusty wants to say hi. Hey Rusty, hey buddy. Yeah, he's a good helper. And then we also have, if you are working, do oak, these are on a roller. They just roll. Right, buddy? Oh, I love you so much. And these give you the little dashes in the oak. I have this tool. It has a curve to it, and then you can put this handle on it like this. And this is what gives you like the heart of your grain. With the comb edge, the round edge, you can use a grain like up here, if you can see that, where it's just kind of a straight line. So what you do is you put your glaze on, and then you just kind of basically run this over there, and then it will create like those lines to give you a real quick idea. And then I also have another one. The gaps in between this one compared to this one here are a lot closer together, and it just gives you a different pattern when you rock it. And let me pick this piece of wood right here, for example. It has the bigger, instead of just the real close lines, it has more of the, it's hard to see right there. I wish I could find another piece to demonstrate, which I'm not seeing anything. So, but anyway, what you do is you take this and you slide it down and you rock it as you go, and it creates more of the layered effect, and it takes off more paint than just a little streak. So anyway, I'll show you next. Here's the paints that I use. They're just oil paints, and I'm using a burnt sienna and a burnt umber, and these two colors mixed will get you pretty close to this color of stain. Here, the stain I used is a Minwax. It's an early American, the brand or style, and then there's also a walnut, and we did a 50-50 mix to get this color. Next, I will show you mixing this. I took out all the lumps in here, and I got a plastic bowl. It's just something we had. If you could use a jar or something with a lid, if you know you're going to keep using this day after day, but I'm hoping to finish this up within a day or two. This should be plenty because the glaze, you put it on, wipe half of it off. It probably take quite a bit. The dark color gives you the dark, obviously, and then the this color kind of gives you your warmth, so it's not so black, so to speak. I obviously need to go way darker. I still want it darker. I'm trying to go for this color right here. Probably the darkest color in this wood to go over that. It's getting closer, but I want it a little darker. I'm a lot happier with that color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna paint this little block as a test run and go from there, because it has to pass my wife's approval. I heard that. She said she heard that. Okay, here we go. Ready, Rusty? We're gonna take just a chip brush to put the glaze on. Pop that off. Pull on the bristles. See if any of them come out real quick, because you don't want those in your paint. Okay, and then dip it in here, right, Rusty? Let's get that a little closer. Let's see. This is just the base coat. But what we're going to do is go over it with the stain to make it darker, because when you put the glaze on it and wipe it off, this is way too bright, and this kind of tones it down.
So we're cheating.
And so what we got going on down here, I did this piece down here in the corner, and you kind of see how on the very top up there is how bright it is, and down here is with it being toned down. So
much
it just looks a lot better that way.
It looks almost like the real deal.
So it's a lot closer to what we are looking for than this. So we'll just smooth this out, let it dry real good, and then we'll put the glaze over it and do the wood graining. So we put stain on it. But now when we have our darker color, it'll match more of this.
That was easy.